Alright guys, how we doing? That was just the extra screen for Hotel Inferno, which is the subject of today's episode. And as you saw, it comes with a lot of cool stuff. Necrostorm really goes that extra mile, and it's awesome. So, this is Nick with What I'm Watching, episode 10. Woohoo! In the double digits now. So I'm happy about that. Glad that you all have continued to watch. And today's movie is Hotel Inferno. Hotel Inferno was a fucking trip. I loved it. Gore galore. I mean, just totally kick-ass. I picked up the collector's edition that you can see there. Necrostorm, always going that extra mile. I love it. They've got this little sticker here that seals, and it says that it's an official licensed product, and you gotta, break it when you open it, but I've kept mine on there. And it is just a magnificent DVD. It came with a lot of cool extras. It came with a little lighter, which is back at my other house. It came with these cards, which are really cool. They're double-sided, and they're just filled with nasty, gory, kick-ass images from the film. And they really appreciate the collector over at Necrostorm, because they just give you all kinds of cool shit with their movies, And let's not forget the posters. Man, just check this out. Collector's edition poster, and it's autographed right there by the director. And got another one too. Let's see, let's pull this one out. Probably end up getting these suckers framed, sticking them on the wall when I get to my new spot. But I just wanted to share these with you. All this packed into one little DVD. Very cool. Hotel Inferno is the second film from Necrostorm. First is Adam Chaplin, that I'm sure you all are familiar with. It was directed by, I know I'm going to pronounce this wrong, but Giulio, G-I-U-L-I-O. DeSante. He wrote and directed this film, and Necrostorm did all the special effects and everything, and it was just kick-ass. I'd heard a lot of negative things about the movie, but you know what? For the bad that was there, the good way overpowered it. The movie was only about an hour and 10 minutes long. It wasn't a very long movie, but I mean, there's so much gore, like, fit into that hour plus minutes. I mean, it's so worth it, guys. There's only, like, actually 3 notable actors in the film. Well, not notable as far as being famous or anything, but there's like 3 actors that you'll recognize. The first one is a guy named Rainer Burton. He plays Zemosa, who is the hitman, who is the main character, and who does all the killing. But you don't really see his face or anything because it's all done from first person, which I found to be kind of a pain in the ass. Was not a fan of the first person because there's a lot of shaky camera work. It was a lot of, fumbling around in dark areas, and that was my only major complaint. And I knew going into it that it was a first person movie, but, I just did not like that. I'm not a fan of the first person shit, except for when they did it in Maniac. I thought it was the remake. It was pretty well done. But besides that being my main gripe was the first person bullshit. Besides that, it was an awesome movie with a great story and tons of gore. And I gotta tell you, the other 2 characters are like I said, there's 3 main actors and then a whole bunch of people like henchmen and monsters and shit that get killed, blah blah blah. But there's Jessica Carroll, plays the voice of this dude's girlfriend, and she is a total bitch. He has her listed as Honey on his phone. I'd rename that as Bitch, because every time he called, she got an attitude with him. It was just total. I'm not even going to use the C word, but anyway, I did not care for her at all, but I don't know if she was hot or not because you only get to hear her voice. And the other character is the guy who hires Zemosa, and his name is George, but it's spelled like Jorge, Mistrandia. So you hear 2 of the voices of the main characters, and then you see the actions of the hitman. So there's 3 main characters, and only 1 you actually get to see physically. And then the rest is just an endless supply of people getting massacred. But basically, let me give you a rundown. Zamosa is a hitman. He's going to do a job, and he's never fucked with this dude before. And basically, he's getting paid this crazy amount of money to go to a hotel and kill a couple. And there's a lot of mystery shrouded around it, and he's not going to ask questions because he's like, fuck it, you know. But the guy gives him a request. He's like, okay, you got to kill them, then you got to pull their brains out of their head, and you got to cut open their stomachs and pull out their guts. It has to be done precisely like that. So dude's like, whoa, this is kind of weird, but fuck it, I'll do it. You're paying me, right? So he gets to the hotel, and they give him these glasses to wear where the people that are Jorge can see, or George can see what he's doing, you know, while he's fulfilling his obligations to the job. And basically it's like the super technology where the glasses are a camera and they can watch while he's doing whatever. Well, when he gets there to kill the couple, the bitch got on the same glasses that he does. So he's freaking out like, what the fuck's going on? And plus this weird green shit came out of her head when he killed her. He smashed her head open with a hammer. He's like, yeah, 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 you know. And I mean, it was awesome, but he was like, oh shit, something's not right. Something is amiss. So, you know, he freaks out and then, you know, starts saying, you know, fuck you, boss. I'm not doing this job. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Well, the boss is none too pleased, and it turns out that dude is like a collector of ancient monsters and demons and shit from back like dated back 400 AD. So, and apparently him and his family have been in this business of collecting demons, but you got to keep them asleep, or you got to keep them sated. You know, you got to give them plenty of suffering to keep them happy and well fed. That way they don't snap out and start eating their owners. You know what I'm saying? It's like owning a tiger. You better feed that motherfucker or you're going to lose a hand. Well, so he's at this hotel, and now he's kind of trapped in this compound, and since he's not going to fulfill the obligations, so Jorge, sends all his like dudes after him, and it turns out like all the henchmen that work for George, you know, serving this like demon beast or whatever, they by doing the killing for him, there's a price to be paid, and they physically start deteriorating, and they go into more detail in that in the story. I ain't going to give it all away, but that's why you see the creatures. They're not zombies. They're like, they used to be men, and then they just slowly, you know, regress to whatever the fuck it is that they've become. But the movie, the kills in this movie are so awesome. Like, especially when he's running around with that shotgun blowing heads off. I mean, Necrostorm always delivers the goods with the violence, and this movie is over the top violent. I mean, there's so much good gore in this movie. I mean, I just couldn't. I was so pleased, but the ending, it ends so abruptly without any resolution. There's nothing is solved, and it leaves it wide open. So I'm hoping that they'll do a sequel and maybe answer some of the questions that we have about the film. But despite the first person, the shitty camera shaking, and like fumbling around in dark rooms, besides that and besides the abrupt ending, this movie is 2 thumbs way up. Way the fuck up, and a middle finger. It gets the extra, you know what I'm saying? The movie's awesome. So fans of Necrostorm won't be disappointed. Fans of gore won't be disappointed. And I mean, I know this movie's going to be heavily reviewed, but it's one of those ones that I felt like I needed to touch on so nobody misses it. I plan on getting everything that Necrostorm puts out because they're a relatively new company, and this is a good time to make sure you grab everything that they put out because, you know, 10 years from now we'll all be sitting back talking, yeah, remember when Necrostorm started? And I just hope it's like that at least because they're a great company and I see a lot of awesome things coming. And as always, I want to say, Beneath the Underground, go check them out. My people's there, you know what I'm saying, and the page has grown tremendously, but there are so many great people there, and you'll learn about so many awesome movies. And if you're a independent horror movie fan, or just a horror movie fan in general, go there. And it doesn't matter if you only know about mainstream movies or if you are the all-knowing walking encyclopedia of movies, because no one judges and no one's a dick, and you know, it's not a pissing contest to see who knows what about what. It's everybody shares and grows, and the knowledge there is just, it's a great resource and a great place to meet people. Also, I am in a group called Lair of Terror on Facebook. If you like, check them out. Lots of nice people, and we'd love to have you. And let's see, check out my YouTube page, comment, like, all that bullshit. Go check out my Facebook page, what I'm watching. That's what it's all about with this guy here. So I just want to thank you again for watching, and I hope to be bringing you a lot more reviews in the future and a lot more great things. And I really don't know what movie I'm going to go deal with next. It'll be a surprise. I mean, I've got so many movies I want to talk about. It's hard to pick which one gets video treatment. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching. This is Nick, and I will see you next time. Thanks.